Hey, I'm Bob. I have this business and I'm looking for customers. So, when coming up with a social media strategy for your contracting business, I have a couple of brainstormed ideas for you to possibly try out. Now, not every platform is for everyone. I'm going to be talking about a handful of them today, but whenever you're trying to actually come up with your strategy, I suggest doing one or two platforms, or one preferably, especially if you're new with social media, and then put all of that energy and time and effort into that one and you'll crush it. So first I want to talk a little bit about Facebook. So it's all about networking and making contacts locally and in your area. So first suggestion is to go like other business pages. The next suggestion is to run contests and possibly work with these businesses. So maybe you have a local restaurant and maybe you can make a deal with them and they can give you a $25 gift card to their restaurant. You run a contest on Facebook and maybe they can go like your page and like their page and do a giveaway with this gift card. If you do this, that increases awareness of your brand. It builds a relationship with this other business in your city, and it also gets you some more likes on your page and some more awareness for your brand. So that's a couple of ideas for building relationships with other businesses and your possible potential customers and clients. The next one is to use Facebook groups. So with Facebook groups, they just added the new feature to where you can comment in these groups as your Facebook page. So you don't have to comment from your personal profile. So if you have a business and you actually do have a business name and it's not under your direct name, you have the ability to comment in these groups as your business. So whether you want to advertise and promote yourself, or I suggest maybe making recommendations for other people with other businesses. So say you build houses, instead, if someone is looking for a plumber and you know a plumber personally, get on there and comment, hey, this person does plumbing, if someone's looking for a plumber. That way you're building relationships, you're showing the community that you're a trustworthy person, and you're spreading brand awareness as well. So another way that you can interact with local businesses is you can share their content and their promotions on your page, and you can also share local events to let your community know of stuff going on. If there's any local festivals or maybe another business is putting on an event, that's a really good way to build relationships with those businesses and also tell the community what's going on. So those are my suggestions for Facebook. If you don't have ad dollars, it is a little bit difficult to get some traction going and really get some people looking at your page and looking at your services. So my other suggestion is Instagram. Now, Instagram, you can do a couple of different things. What you want to do is follow people from your neighborhood, and I don't have a lot of specific suggestions because contracting, even though you're a contractor, there's a bunch of different fields, so you're all going to have different target audiences, but you're going to want to follow those target audience. I'll give one example, I guess. Okay, so say you build new houses and a lot of the times your target audience and your market is maybe newlyweds that just got married. So maybe you can search the hashtag newlywed and find some in whatever city that you're actually in. That's just one example. But anyway, I have noticed from dealing with some other accounts that it's with contract labor for some reason, or contractors in the service industry like that, it's really hard to get a following, to get people to follow you back in communities. I'm not exactly sure why, as just whenever you're starting out, and especially if you are not very known in the community yet, it's just kind of tough to get some traction there. I suggest posting, definitely having pictures of yourself or your team. So faces, people like faces. So, and it makes you look more trustworthy and that you're an actual real company. So definitely do that if you're kind of having a hard time getting some traction, getting followers. Once you get the followers, I suggest sending out direct messages. Now, this can be tedious, yes, but it does work. So definitely send them only to your followers because they will get an actual notification for the message. If you send them to people that aren't following you, it goes to this inbox called their other inbox, or message requests on Instagram, and they won't actually see it. But the people that are actually following you back, message them and say, do you know anyone who is in need of my services? Now, you can I have another option. You can actually do this, and right after that, send them I don't know what Instagram's calling these, snaps, a video message. And the video message will disappear after 24 hours, but you can get on there and you can be like, I wish I had my phone, but hi, my name is Bob. Hi, my name is Bob. I'm new to the area, but I do blank, and I'm looking for new clients and new work. So if you have anyone in mind, let me know. If you know anyone interested, let me know. Just like that. So, and then they get this video and they get this message from you, and they'll likely respond, or they might look at it. I would say about 25% response rate is about average. So if you think that you're going to be creepy in this video message, just be sure you have good lighting. Be sure maybe do the video outside. That's a good idea as well. If you're in a dingy area and you get on here and the camera's really close to your face and you're like, hey, I'm Bob, I have this business and I'm looking for customers. That might be a little bit creepy to people, but don't make that make you nervous. Get on there, do it, and see what kind of responses you start getting from people. So my next idea is LinkedIn. So if you're in a rural area, I don't exactly suggest LinkedIn just because normally target audiences for contractors in rural areas, LinkedIn isn't always the best option. But if you're in the city and maybe you're B2B, meaning like you do stuff for business, you do contract work for businesses like contract services or whatever, LinkedIn could be a really good option for you. Or if your target market has a very high income and they're more in corporate job positions, I would suggest LinkedIn as well. The thing about LinkedIn that I like for contractors is you can put all of your skills and your past experiences, and people and your connections can endorse your skills. And this is what I really like this is my favorite part about LinkedIn for contractors, is because whenever your market is trying to decide on a contractor, whether it's plumbing, whether it's mowing your yard, whether it's building your house, the biggest factor is trust. And whenever they see that you have however many endorsements on that skill and in your area, and you have lots of connections, that's going to automatically make you look better than the person they found on Google and they can't find anywhere else. And they looked at them on LinkedIn and they don't even have any endorsements or any connections. So that is why I like LinkedIn. That is my favorite part about LinkedIn. So to close this out, I'm not going to talk about any more today, although you can use other platforms as well, like Snapchat and also Twitter. But what I want to close it out on today is the trust factor that I just was talking about. And what you want to do on each of these platforms, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, is your posts, you want them to be building trust with your clients and customers. So you can do this a couple of different ways. You can educate them. You can give them knowledge that they didn't know, maybe surrounding your industry. You can give them behind the scenes. You can show your workers working. You can show everyone in safety gear looking professional. You can do all kinds of things like that. But that's what you want to keep in mind, because definitely in the contractor industry is the trust factor. All right, so I am going to let y'all go. Next Friday, you will hear another industry on the channel. I'm not sure which one it's going to be yet. I haven't decided. But if you haven't followed me on Instagram yet and you're probably just getting started, or if you're not, please go follow me. If you're on Facebook and that's the platform you're going to decide on, go like my Facebook page. All of the links are below in the description. I hope you found this video helpful. I'll see y'all later.